Hello and welcome to Dadvice. Thank you very much for stopping by. Today we are going to be talking about a topic that is really close to my heart because it is one of the reasons why I wanted to start this channel in the first place. Truth be told, it is a topic that I still don't feel like I've fully got my head around. I don't fully understand it myself, but regardless, I'm still going to do my very best to explain to you what I'm talking about and of course to give you some advice for dealing with it. So that's coming up in a second. Just before we get into that though, I did want to just say please do hit subscribe if you haven't already. I upload content every week and also do feel free to leave me comments if you've got any specific kind of questions, queries, anything that you think I might be able to shed some light on for you. Please do let me know. Alternatively, if you head over to Instagram, Dadvice Official, you can follow me on there. I'm posting content all the time there as well. And again, do send me a message if you've got any kind of specific queries or anything. I'd really like to help. Without any further delay, let's get into the topic for today. I want to talk about the representation of dads in our culture. Generally speaking, I see it come up time and time again that to a greater or lesser extent, there is a sort of negative representation of father figures. Now, these range from the innocuous to the slightly more extreme, but what I'm talking about is the kind of day-to-day stuff. For example, what prompted me to make this video today, obviously doing what I do with this channel, I follow a lot of other bloggers and dads on Instagram, on YouTube. I saw another dad who had posted a video. They had two kids and the oldest one was in the photo was teaching the youngest one to ride a bike. And the caption went along the lines of, I've been made redundant now, I'm letting the expert teach them how to ride a bike. Truth be told, they're doing a much better job than me. And I get it, I totally get it. It's a joke, it's a bit of a kind of funny thing. But it got me thinking, why are we always joking about how useless dads are? We've all seen the memes, you know, what happens when mum's away, and 9 times out of 10 it's dad doing something stupid, getting something wrong. It's jokes that my friends routinely make as well. I do understand that it's a joke. I'm not taking this all seriously, but it just got me thinking, why is it that we're always joking about the fact that we as dads are useless? Why do we feel compelled to do this? I wonder if it's to do with the fact that a lot of us probably grew up with Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, even the dad in Peppa Pig is, you know, constantly portrayed as this sort of oafish buffoon who doesn't know what's going on. Even down to washing up liquid adverts. You know, this washing up liquid is so easy to use, even stupid old dad can use it, you know, before he goes off to watch the football, which is what he really wants to do. You know, we've all seen this stuff. I don't have an issue, obviously, with people making jokes about this kind of thing. Of course I don't. But when it starts to then seep into our sense of confidence and our sense of what we can and can't do with our own kids, or in terms of being a parent, that's when it becomes problematic. Looking after a newborn, particularly if it's your first, it can be a kind of daunting thing anyway. To then have this sort of constant sort of feeding into the back of your head from all these kind of cultural sources that dads are useless, that they don't know what they're doing, that you should probably leave it to mum, she's the expert. All of that stuff chips away at your confidence, and if you don't have very much confidence in what you're doing in the first place, that can really start to get quite problematic quite quickly. And I know from my own experience that we've had friends and family come around and visit, you know, who have made comments about the way that I'm holding my daughter. Have you checked with your wife that you're okay to kind of hold her? The point is not someone calling into question the way that I'm holding my daughter. The point is that they make the assumption, even though my wife and I both became parents for the first time at exactly the same moment. Neither of us have had kids before, so we have both been parents for exactly as long as each other. But there's this sort of assumption that my wife will know better than me inherently. And I don't really understand where that comes from. Thank goodness we live in an era where the role of women has changed in society enormously in the last 50, 60 years, whatever. The notion decades ago of a woman being a pilot or a surgeon or whatever was out of the question. And now we wouldn't bat an eyelid at that, obviously rightly so. But despite the way that we are much more advanced as a society in the way that we see the role of women, for some reason we still have fairly old-fashioned notion of the fact that women are inherently better parents than men are. You still to this day hear people talk about mother's intuition. I've never heard anyone talk about father's intuition. There's no reason why a woman should inherently be better at parenting than a man, in my view. Advice for handling this? What can I say? As I said at the start of the video, it still kind of baffles me. What I would say is, let's not perpetuate this ourselves. I think it's important that that we have confidence as fathers to be fathers. I would like to think that the dads out there, certainly the kind of dads that are investing time in watching videos like this, are the kind of dads that are proud of what they're doing and want to get better at what they're doing. Celebrate that, you know. Don't find yourself pulled back into a kind of old way of thinking without really knowing why you think that way. You as a dad are just as capable as your partner is at being a mum. All I can really say is, you know, try and build that confidence. And the way that you do that is to avoid things like talking yourself down. Be proud of the fact that you've done a good job, that you've handled a situation. Don't feel compelled to kind of paint yourself into the background. It's what I see so much of. It's bad enough that the way, certainly in the UK, you know, paternity leave and maternity leave is structured very, very differently. Guys do not get an equal share of that at all in the way that it's set up here. Maybe that's a topic for another video. Let's not talk ourselves out of the equation even more than is already the case. And for any of the mums watching, which I hope there are, you know, stand up for your man. You know, he's doing the best job that he can. And if your partner kind of is talking themselves down or whatever, pull them up on it. Give them a little bit of a boost. It means a lot and it goes a long way. A little bit of a deviation from normal. I really don't have the answers on this one, but it's more of a sort of, rather than the dadvice that you may have come to expect, it's more just a little bit of a rallying cry this week. Let's be proud of what we do. Don't sell yourself short. You got this, all right? If you know what I'm talking about and it's something you agree with, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate that. Do leave your comments below, and I will be back very, very soon with some more dadvice for you all. Take it easy.